So this is April 2018. This is the follow-up. I'm assuming if you are here, you've seen the first. I'm making this video because to this day, I still get comments on my video, that's fine. That's totally cool. If you wanted to leave a comment or whatever, that's fine. I don't care. That's okay. It's just that I guess I'm updating to let everybody know that I'm not on any medication anymore. At the time that I had made that video, that was about 3 or 4 months after my initial reaction to the Flexeril. So at that time I was on Carafate, Ativan, which is also known as lorazepam, and I don't recall what else, because it was a couple years ago and they had me on a cocktail, put it that way. So anyways, I guess this is just my update to let everybody know that everything turned out okay for me. I'm not a doctor, so I do respond to your guys' questions, and I give my advice based upon my personal experience, but I'm not a doctor. What I will say about that whole experience, I don't know if what I'm going to say is something that would potentially get this video flagged and taken down. So if it does, it does. I don't really care. To me, that would just be more confirmation that my theories are right. But what I did learn from that entire ordeal is all the doctors that I saw, I don't think that they are malicious. I just think that they are purposely undertrained. There's money in the pharmaceutical medicines. I mean, like, there's a reason why they're trying to keep weed illegal when we've seen videos on the internet of people being treated for seizures and Parkinson's with marijuana, but yet they want to keep pumping these people full of drugs that are killing them. So it is my opinion that perhaps our doctors are not malicious, because, I mean, nobody would listen to me. People are trying to tell me I have irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's disease, and I'm like, dude, this was set off by a chain reaction of Flexeril. And that was part of the reason why I made my videos, was because I knew that I couldn't be the only person that was experiencing this reaction from Flexeril. And I also wanted to get my story out there to tell other people, because I'm the type of person, like, I believe in heaven and hell. I don't believe that people who commit suicide go to hell, but I believe that because of the way that I was currently living my life, that if I were to die, I would go to hell. With that being said, I was so miserable with my symptoms from this Flexeril reaction. Like, the pain that I would have in my chest was just so bad. It was unrelenting. That I contemplated killing myself. That's how much pain I was in. So I put this video out here because if something like that could break me down to where I'm contemplating dying with the belief that if I die, I could go to hell forever and ever and ever and ever, somebody else out there might be contemplating the same thing, and I didn't want somebody to complete that act thinking that this was hopeless, because for me, my situation eventually turned out, and so hopefully for you, it will, or it did. So, but anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't think that our doctors are malicious. I just think that they are not, they only know how to think one way. They can't, like, think outside of the box. It hasn't been made aware to them what every I mean, there's millions of medications on the market, so they can't know the possibilities of each and every one. However, I do think that the people who create various medications probably do have a decent idea of the havoc that these medications could reap on a person's body. I think that in general, I'm going to put this out here before I start going on again, before I continue, I guess. I am one of those people, after all these years of watching and looking around and wondering why things are the way that they are, I am one of those people that you would consider a conspiracy theorist. So you perhaps may just write me off as completely crazy right off the bat. That's fucking fine. I don't care. You don't have to believe me. I'm not here to get you to believe me. I'm just here to present the evidence, take it or leave it. But yeah, look into it for yourself. I mean, Bill Gates has put money into creating vaccines that really sterilize people under the guise of trying to prevent some sort of disease or whatever. And it's factual. I've looked it up. I have about this much faith in the medical pharmaceutical industry because of what I went through, and also because of the fact that my mom's a nurse. She's been a nurse for the majority of my life, for at least 21 years, since I was 7, and I'm 28 now. So she doesn't take a flu shot because of some of the ingredients that are in the flu shot. So every flu season, because she comes into contact with patients, has to wear a mask her entire work shift. So if my mom, who's a nurse, doesn't even trust the vaccines, don't get me wrong, I do think that modern medicine has a place to do good, but I think that it is purposely being used to do a lot of evil, and I just don't want anything to do with it. So I don't know. I don't know how to wrap up this video. I almost don't know what my point is. I guess my point is that for me, everything turned out good. I got lucky or something. I don't know. And hopefully, if somebody else is going through the same thing, they'll turn out okay too. Because I had this weird reaction, it does make me ponder the question of, like, what if I got into another car accident and I still have pain. This is like 3 years post-accident. I actually just got back into physical therapy and was discharged this prior Monday. Today's Saturday, so 5-6 days ago. I pretty much accepted that having this pain is probably just a part of life. It is what it is. At least I can use everything, and I'm not like so debilitated that I can't move, but it has impacted how I work. I could only stand for a certain amount of time, but yeah, it does make me wonder, like, what would I do if I needed a muscle relaxer ever again, if I got into another car accident and I needed it, because Soma didn't really help. Somebody did bring up a really good point on my video about Soma just basically getting them high, which I had the same experience. It made me feel like I was drunk. It was the weirdest experience I've ever, yeah, it was really weird. It made me feel like I was drunk, but I don't really recall what it did. It didn't do that much for my muscles. It helped, but not really enough. So yeah, if I was to get into another car accident, I would probably be in a lot of pain, to be honest. But yeah, so that's my update. I don't know if I'm like missing anything. I can't really think off the top of my head what people really ask me about. I hope this answers questions. I'm not on any medications anymore. I don't have I don't know what the word is, like, I don't have any leftover reaction or symptoms or anything. I do fear that if I were to be given a Flexeril, that I would go down this whole rabbit hole of misery and pain for God knows how long again. So yeah, that's my my stance on that. I don't know. Everybody's body is different. That's what I've learned from people's comments on my video, is like some of the symptoms that Flexeril gave me, the reaction, people would get the same reactions that I got, but from a different medication, like from something completely different, something that's not even a muscle relaxer. So, yeah, it's just my opinion that these medications are designed to bring us misery and pain and keep us coming back for more, because the pharmaceutical industry doesn't make any money if we're not sick. So that's my opinion. It seems to be fairly plausible after what I've been through in my own life. To me, it seems, yeah, I've been hearing this forever, and now it happened to me, and so that's my opinion on it. So it is what it is. I use modern medicine, not to say I don't. I don't know what I would do without my Xanax, because my anxiety is through the roof. So I'm not saying that it's all awful, it's all bad, but everything has its side effects, and so yeah, that's that.